the ranking member for his questions.
Thank you to all of you for your public service. Dr. Kaiser, the CHIPS and Science Act requires the NSF to maintain an Office of Research Security with at least 4 full-time staff and a Chief of Research Security. How many people were employed in that office at the end of 2024 compared to today?
At the end of 2024, we had 10 people in the Research Security Office. We currently have 5, which does meet the requirement in CHIPS and Science. Of course, we would love to build and have more, and we are in the process, actually, of hiring additional folks for the office. We have announcements out on the street. I want to say, though, that we consider research security a responsibility across the foundation. And so we communicate with our research directorates that they need to have representatives focused on research security as well. Program officers do need to as well, and they are required to take research security training so that we all focus on these issues.
I appreciate that. And why was it reduced from 10 to 5?
We had folks who did take the deferred resignation program and early retirement as part of that opportunity. That was their choice. So they were not let go. They did choose to leave the foundation, and so now we need to rehire.
Do you think it was better when there were 10 people as opposed to 5?
Research security always benefits from having more people in the office, and that's why, of course, we have announcements out to build up the office even more. I do have to say, though, that we are, in addition to focusing on numbers of people in the office, we're focusing on scaling up our research security analytics and harmonizing and streamlining our processes. An intent going forward is to have research security reviews as part of the overall merit review process so that we can integrate things in and have a good workflow so that it's less workload on the office, and we're also able to assess our proposals for research security issues at scale.
Thank you. Mr. Eisen, do you agree that these indirect costs, which have been capped, that many times those cover research security efforts at universities?
I do not have a position on that. I'm happy to take that back and get you an answer.
Does anyone on the panel have an opinion on it? Okay. Do you think in general the country could benefit from more funding on research security?
Yes, I think that funding always is, of course, important in research security. We do focus quite a bit on the fact that this is a joint responsibility. And the fact is that the community as well needs to take on these efforts. Now, a lot of the information in research security is publicly available information. And a lot of what is good research security are good practices overall in research. And looking at your partnerships, looking at your collaborations carefully. And a lot of that doesn't require additional resources. It just requires a good practice of research overall. As an example—
I don't want to cut you. I just have 1 minute, so I just have one more question, Dr. Kaiser. How concerned are you about this 15% reduction of PhDs in the United States?
I think I'm very concerned. We need to build up the U.S. PhD workforce. And as you know, we funded the largest class of graduate research fellows this past year ever because we want to make sure that we build up the U.S. PhD
Why do you think
workforce.
there is this decline?
I'm not an expert, of course, in the decline or in the numbers of U.S. PhDs in this country. I'm sure it's a very complex issue. We'd be happy to take that back and get you more information.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the witnesses.
Thank you very much. Representative LaHood.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank our witnesses for your valuable testimonies here today. And